So today, we're gonna work on this Ford C8000 again. I know we showed it to you before, but we're back. We're finally ready to work on it. We've just had a lot of life going on. So we're gonna get working on this thing today. The goal today is to get the injection pump off. I've been doing a lot of research on the injection pumps. I can get the rebuild kit for it, put it all together myself. I can go get a new one, which is not cheap. Actually costs more than I paid for this truck. Or I can pull this one off and send it out and have a guy rebuild it. Then it comes with a warranty, and you know, somebody that knows what they're doing is doing it instead of me. It's probably the better option. So, because I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to rebuilding these things. I've done a lot of work on diesels. Never worked on a 3208 Cat before. I've always liked the inline variety, but this kind here, in this V variety, we're going to figure it out. We're gonna learn some things today. We're gonna figure it out. So I'm doing some researchals and on the old interwebs, and I found that I need some tools that I don't have. So instead of going out and spending all the money on a kitty cat toolkit to get this thing off, we're gonna try and make our own tools today. So it might take me a little bit longer than we expected, but nonetheless, she's here. We're gonna try and get it off. I know there's a gear that I have to pull for the pump. That's gonna be fun. Other than that, it's all like just lines and wrenches and things. So we're gonna try and get that off and do that. I don't know, follow along. See if we do it. I don't know. I just know we gotta time it. So instead of picking up a kitty cat caterpillar timing pin thing, I'm gonna use this punch, and we're just gonna let it sit there and let gravity do its job instead of a spring, because it sits upright and this thing's got weight to it. So my theory is it should just go pink and be able to allow me to time the fuel pump. I know how to time the engine. They should be in time because, well, it was running. So when I time the fuel pump, the engine should be in time, but we're gonna make sure we check on that. And then the issue's gonna come getting the gear pulled from the fuel pump. That's where the issue's gonna come. So we're gonna we're gonna give it our best shot. And if we can't get it, then I'll have to, you know, suck it up, buttercup, and go order the part, because I don't think O'Reilly's has a 3208 Cat fuel pump gear puller on their rental shelf. I don't think so. But I think looking at the part and the tool, we might be able to make our own. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. So that being said, first thing is to get all this out of the way, which is really easy, right here. You like that? Shut the valve and pump the pump, you know? Just stand here for a while and get your workout. If you didn't go to the gym today, come over here and lift the cab of the truck. It'll get your workout. Now, make sure you go even. You don't want one arm bigger than the other. I mean, no way, buddy. No way. You got to work them both out. Oh, look at that. We're there. Pop it up. It's got a hydraulic ram to do it. Showed it to you before. Yes. And just put that together. Now we're locked in, and by the grace of God, this shouldn't fall on my noggin. But we're gonna jump in here. We're gonna do what we can today. I've seen guys pull the fuel lines off these before, and it seems like they pull all the little brackets together that hold it. And I'm not sure why. Just kind of put my peepers on it. I don't see why that's done. So we're gonna try and pull all the fuel line assembly as one piece. If you guys would say a little prayer for me that works out, because from what I'm seeing on here, that should work, but you never know. You know, like I said, I haven't worked on this specific engine before, so it's going to be new to me, but it's nuts and bolts. It's an engine. It can't be that difficult. So I said I was going to be smart and pull this stuff out of my way, but I'm trying to be dumb, because why are you smart when you could be dumb? I'm really hoping I don't have to pull. Really hoping I don't have to pull that. That would be really, really, really nice. You can Yep, that's in the way. Yeah, that one too. Well, let's just pretend like that's not in the way and we'll work around it for now. I'll go find some more tools to do some other things and stuff. I'm really hoping, I think if we get some of these, that's just, why would you, who designed this stuff? Engineers sitting behind a desk going, that's a good idea. Oh, well, we got movement. It's a good start. If I could just get this one loose. If I get that gate to stop just doing what it wants to do. Then we could do something around here. Drew, why don't you fix this thing? Why do I always got to do all the work around here? Got a guy that wants me to put a transmission in a Ford. Go figure. Ford that's broken. Okay, this. That might be able to make a little bit of room right there. If I just take that bolt out. And that might free up some of that. That looks like those will all lift out. That's a good thing. I might be fighting that one. Nope, I won't. It's just you! It's always one. If you can just get enough of a nibble on it, I don't even need a full bite, just a nibble. Just to get it to spin would be just dandy. The last dandelion. Yeah, I think I'm making this more difficult for myself if I just were to unbolt a couple things here. Like by a couple, I mean a lot. Jeez. That's in the way of that. That's definitely in the way of that. And if that were to move, boy, my life would be easier. Or if I could just get, oh, you are so stinking close. All of these lines have to come off. Every one of them. Like I said, if we can get them off in one piece, woo, how much nicer would life be? And lining these things back up, all these little clips, they suck. I did that one time on a Cummins. And they just, I don't know how they do it at the factory. It's a puzzle that just keeps on giving. Because it just becomes, a puzzle. It can. Sometimes they just go right back together. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Bone hammer in effect. Oh, come on. So these are all like 3/4 inch until they put 14 pounds of paint on every one of them. And then they become a size that does not exist. Click. Why are you clicking? I'm not torquing. We're gonna get this one 1/17 of a turn at a time. Okay. This one. Let's move this guy out of the way. Maybe. Again, if I was smart, I'd just not be so lazy about taking stuff off out of my way. I love the old stuff because everything's typically out of your way, but man, for such big vehicles, they sure seem to make them to where you can't get to anything you need to. Oh, there's the other part that I was looking for. Ha! Found it! I was wondering where that little sensor was. Lines in the way. Yep. There we go. See, this is the boring stuff. Where everything just, you know, just righty-tighty, lefty-loosey all day, every day. All day, every day. Am I going the wrong way? I am. Feel like that Mr. Rogers. You ever dropped your shoe before? Was it the shoe he dropped? What was it? That one episode that we've seen many times, Drew?
Yes, it was a shoe.
The shoe. You ever gone the wrong way? We do it all the time. You just pick it right back up. If you guys know what I'm talking about. But all that matters is I do. I know what I'm talking about. Do you? I probably know more about Mr. Rogers than I do about this engine. Okay, that's definitely got to go though, because these lines aren't going to come out above that. And then we'll get this one off here, which is not a 3/4. And then the rest of them. And this one is just in the way. This one's... I have a solution. I think I have a solution for it. Alright, I gotta go grab some more tools. Gotta get this guy off here. The throttle linkage. Because we definitely gotta pull the intake, which... How are you supposed to do that? I don't know if you guys can see this. Drew, come in here. The intake's held on with 8 bolts. There's 4 on this side, there's 2 up here, 2 down there. Which means it's the same thing over here. 2 up here and 2 down there. Can you see that one down there? Wham! Can you see that bolt? Like, it is against the pump. But if you look at the pump, it's against the intake. We're gonna figure it out. Maybe I gotta loosen the pump and rotate it a little bit, and boy, that's gonna be real interesting. Like I said, I've never worked on these before, but I just noticed that that's not gonna be a fun bolt to get. So it's either like that short, or it's everything's in the way.
Maybe it's Bluetooth.
It's Bluetooth. That's a definite possibility. It's a Bluetooth bolt. But I know there's a line that comes down underneath here that we got to remove underneath here. So this intake definitely has to come off. That line sweeps all the way underneath there. It's held on here, comes back to here. So this line, I don't even know how you snake that out. Like I can imagine like you put the intake in and you go to do the pump and you're like, ah, crap. Ah, fun stuff, man. That doesn't fit there. Doesn't fit there. Doesn't fit there. So we gotta go get the wrenches. Is what I'm trying to say. And then we got some learning to do. We got some figuring out of this engine on how to get things apart. But the good news is it went together, so therefore it must somehow come apart. That's the theory. And if I can do this without rounding out every one of these things, that'd make my life easy. But see, if that intake was off, I could get to that one a lot easier. Or if this crap was out of my way. Okay, fine. I'll do it. Take things out of my way. Dang it. Watch out for that. That'll get you every time. I'm telling you. Like, what's going on? I don't need you in my way. Every time. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take this off real quick. This bolt right here on the top is for your fuel pump timing. They do make a tool that goes down in here. I don't have the tool, so we're not gonna use it because you can't use what you don't have. And looks like there's a little O-ring in there, which is just, it's gonna hang out. So, but in looking at that tool, all it is a pin. Well, guess what? This is a pin too. And when I put it upside down, it can't fall into the hole. And even if it did, this pump's coming apart. So, but this part goes in, and it should, when we rotate the engine, eventually this should just bink, pop into a hole. And in theory, that's gonna be our timing, which is something else we need to do anyways. So I can take a little break from trying to fight with that one line. I gotta get this guy, I gotta get some stuff out of the way is what I'm trying to say. Go get some tools, grab some more stuff out of my way, and are you gonna let me have access to that bolt? That'd be really nice. Wouldn't that be nice? Jeez. Look at that, it's already being nice to me. That's got to come off to get these fuel lines moved, because that holds a fuel line bracket on. Is there anything else holding fuel line brackets on over there? You guys are looking. All I see is this side. Help me out here. Oh, look at that. Oh no, that's cool. I didn't even have to take it apart, so don't. I'm telling you, don't mess with these. Because then when you put this back together, it's like, bink. You know, it's literally, bink. It might even make that noise. And if you're like me and you got this big flatbed, what a great workbench that is. And look, I can get to it. How fun. Wow, that just freed up a lot of space, didn't it? Oh, there it is. Ow. I brought the exact wrench for that one. Sir Croissant. Oh, croissant wrench. Ding, ding, ding. Oh. Oh. Oh, you little sucker. I swear, these engineers look at stuff and they go, how can I put something in the way to make this just way more difficult? I think that's like the whole goal of an engineer. It's just to make life, like all this would come off right now. It would all completely remove. Except for this guy's in the way. Well, in order to get that guy off, there's another bolt in the way. And in order to get this line off, this line's threaded in. And it goes to the other side where it actually has the little spinny doodad to come off. So instead of just leaving the line here, you gotta take it all apart, it looks like. Because why not? I just don't, I don't want big stuff going in. So we will cram stuff down in there and figure out how the rest of this comes off. I know I see two bolts back here that seem to be holding it to the center of the valley. I know there's one up in here, there's one down there, one down there. So we'll get those bolts off. There's just not a lot of instruction. So I hope this is helping some of you guys out that have worked on these things, because these little 3208 kitty cats have been in a ton of vehicles. A lot of farm vehicles had these. But I couldn't find anything on actual like removal of these pumps. People are like, oh yeah, you just take it out. Well, there's a process to it. So I hope this is helping you guys a little bit with that process as I'm figuring it out, because I honestly have not done these exact engines before. I've done a lot of the newer stuff, but these came out before I did. This was created before me. And then they did have them for a series of years after me, but that was before that I was really fully wrenching on stuff. I mean, it's not like my dad just had. I didn't grow up on a farm is what I'm trying to say. I didn't have all this stuff. I had regular cars and stuff, things. So we're gonna have to find a way to bar this thing over. I don't know how that's gonna happen. Yay! Let's just crank it over until the pin falls. Don't do that. No. No. So I have to find a way to bar this over. I'm hoping there's an inspection plate down by the transmission, and I can just grab a pry bar and just and get it, and bink, it'll drop. That's my hope. There. I thought I was gonna break my finger just cramming it in like that. The no look pass. I'm putting rags in the holes. I know. Some of you guys are like, oh my God, put a rag in the hole. The engine's gonna blow. Nope, it's not. It's gonna be just fine. All right, let's get some of these other tools out of the way that we don't need right now. By the way, if I didn't tell you this, and this is more for the instructional side of things, your fuel lines, 3/4 inch or 19 metric meters. The other lines that are on here, the smaller lines, they're all crescent wrench size. But your fuel lines, you're gonna want a 3/4. The other ones, listen, this stuff shouldn't be so tight. It's brass. It should come off with a little bone hammer bump. They should come loose pretty easily. So 3/4 inch wrench and a speed wrench will get you there. And then the other thing that you'll want to know is this bolt for the top here sits on top of, I believe this is the governor. Hello, governor. This is a 9/16. Your other bolts that go in for your intake are all 9/16 as well. I know, I'm not talking metric meters. It's weird, right? Because this stuff is actually, you know, back in the day before we had all the metric meter stuff, there is an O-ring right there that you'll want to replace when you put it back together so you're not getting a leakage. But hello governor. Yeah, so really, I mean, like literally a handful of tools and you too can have this apart. Just not sure. All right, we're gonna hold off on this because I don't know, I don't want to break something else, so I'm gonna hold off on that, and I'm gonna see if I can get this engine timed. Might be time for that. Time to time for the time. Take it out. So I'm gonna go drop the pin in the hole up there. This is where I need you guys to just keep your eyes on it and let me know when it falls, because I'm gonna be down here doing this and I'm down here doing this. I can't put one of my eye sockets on it, so I'm gonna need your eye sockets on it. Let me know. I'm relying on you guys 100% right now. I mean 100% relying on you guys. So it's really up to you, because I need your help. Yeah. Oh. Uh-huh. How did you get up without making all that noise? Please work. Oh, it's not in there. All right, I'm gonna move that over. You guys let me know if that falls. And let me know if I'm turning the engine the right way, because, you know, backwards thinking, upside down and spinning. I need to go clockwise. I don't know which way a clock goes. Yeah, so I need to go clockwise. I'm gonna see if this long pry bar will work. If not, we're gonna grab a different one. But you're gonna have to let me know if that thing drops. It was like exactly opposite of where it needed to be. Are you guys watching that up there? I mean, you haven't told me anything yet. I'm just down here rowing away. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. 2 teeth at a time. Just slowly go.
There you go.
Oh, didn't drop?
Yep.
Well, I'll be. Okay. What happens if I keep going? I wonder. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, me too. I was just gonna ask that.
Just out of curiosity. If I go backwards, does it lift back up?
It's moving.
Up?
It just shifted sides.
Aha. It's close to time, but it's not perfectly on time. I got it. Does it look pretty centered? Oh, dude, it stops.
It's tight.
Yeah, that's like a. I can't say it on here. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna move it back just a little bit.
Yep. Okay.
Is it loose?
Yep.
Perfect. We are in time. I can't believe that actually works. Yes, I can. Now, I don't know. Oh, that's awesome. It's loose. All right, so what we need to figure out is, the last thing I need to figure out is how to get this thing off that they tell me I'm supposed to get off, but sometimes, where does this move? Right there. Where did I leave that flashlight? This is the part that I don't know, but it feels like it's. I'm on it today. All right. Let's see. That this. I wonder if this is a reverse thread. There's like hair stuff everywhere. Again, there's like really no instructions on this. So we're trying to figure it out. I'm gonna get a longer ratchet. Really would like to know if this is a reverse thread or not. That would be extremely helpful information, so I can't seem to find much on there. On the onlines, it just says remove bolt. Yiggy. Removing bolt. Well, that's doing something. Oh. If it's a reverse thread, we just made a normal thread. I'm just saying. That thing was, that was on there. And this is supposed to be sensing something. And I don't know how.
Maybe that's why it wasn't working. It was too tight.
Yeah, well, that's a good possibility. How is this thing? Gee, Christmas, we're too long. Too long! That's supposed to be a sensor of some sort. I don't, it's a bolt. It's, how does this sense anything? There's no wires that go, I don't know. Again, not familiar with this engine.
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth sensors before Bluetooth was a thing. Now, do I really need a puller, or are you just gonna come out? Huh. Huh. Yup. Okay. Oh, flashy light. Everybody have a stroke now.
Seizure.
Seizure, stroke, whatever. Same thing, man. Just don't die. I have a feeling, Drew. I got a feeling that we need a specific tool for this. We're gonna work at this for a minute, see if we can do this the hard way. And if not, then we're gonna have to go get a tool. Like She-Ra or He-Man, something. I don't know if that's supposed to do that, but it did it. Okay. Where'd my croissant wrench go? The best thing to put on brass is a pair of pliers. Nuts. Drew, is your car ready to take me to the hospital?
Yep.
Perfect. Still need to go get that tetanus shot from that other thing. Probably be a wise idea to do that. There we go. Look at that. Did all that without hurting the thing, hopefully. All right, let's see if this thing comes out now. What's hooked to it? Stuff underneath, of course. Okay, that broke.
There you go.
Perfect. Okay, time for a workout again. Well, I think we done did it, folks. I've never pulled one of these before. We'll find that later. So yeah, this is the injection pump off of a 3208 Cat. I knew what I was doing the whole time. No. I'm gonna set this down somewhere, if you don't mind. Yep. Perfect. This really wasn't that difficult to get this in, so I think what I'll do is I'll just wait till the new one comes in and we'll stab it and see if it fires. It should. Because if the pump's timed and the new one comes timed, the engine should be timed. So we're gonna guess on that. Just hope this all works. But that's quite interesting. This gear just kind of floats in there. So we're gonna leave that where it's at. And that drives everything else. So what I'm gonna do is just go through, cover up a couple things in here, and then figure out where we're gonna ship this to. I got a couple options of guys to ship this to, and we're gonna figure that out. I'll put some of these bolts kind of away-ish. Oh, and we gotta go find that cover too that you guys dropped. Thanks for that. Now I gotta go all the way down there and get it. But this is kind of a stopping point. I mean, realistically, like, this went a lot smoother than I thought it would. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I thought this would be a real bear, and it was more like a lion. It roared a little bit, farted a few times, but at the end of the day, I shouldn't have had the rags in while I turned over the engine. But we did, didn't we? We did. At the end of the day, it's out. Guys, we'll see you back here in a couple weeks when I get all my parts to put this back together, and we'll cross our fingers together and hopefully we did things right. And this thing just sparks off and we freaking go flying down the freeway, just throwing parts everywhere. And we're probably gonna have to strap down the other bed to this bed or remove it before we do that. But we're gonna have some fun in this thing. I'm happy to be working on Oscar. I'm happy to have you guys along with it. So hopefully you learned something, and I know I did. So thank you guys. Please like, subscribe, check out our other videos. You know, we're new. We need your help out there. We like what we're doing, and we like that you like what we're doing. And if you like what we're doing and we like what we're doing, then maybe we can do more of the doings, but we need your help with that. So please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll catch you guys all on the next one. Right on! Now don't hit your head when you're walking out of here, okay? You gotta Duck down and move. Quietly move. Slowly now. And then you... I do what I want when I want. Because that's what I do.